Hi guys, welcome to Educating Shanny. I'm Shanny and I'm recovering from an eating disorder. Hi Shanny, hi! So welcome to day 8 of my collaboration with Tommy from Tofu Tommy. If you guys don't know who he is, I know I say this at the beginning of all of these videos, but I love him so much and I want him to be discovered by as many people possible. Please go subscribe to him. I'll put all of his information below. Tommy and I decided to do a collaboration and he came up with a list of 10 really good questions and he got all of his questions done in one sitting, but I ramble and so I split it up into different days, into different videos, each question. So today is question 8 and please go check out all of his answers. It's really interesting to see a male point of view, like a male anorexics point of view with these questions versus me, which is a female bulimic's point of view. So it's really interesting. So go check him out. I love his channel. I love what he does and I love him. He's one of the best people I've ever met in my life. So I love him. So, okay. So today question 8 is, what are your recovery mental health goals for the next few months and where do you want to be by this time next year and for your YouTube channel? And is your faith a big part in your recovery? Okay. So what are my recovery and mental health goals for the next few months? Next few months, for me, they have changed recently because my grandma passed away and I never wanted that to be an excuse for my getting in the way of my recovery or anything like that. However, I've been focusing lately, because I've had to lately, I've been noticing that if I don't work on grieving my grandma and work through the anger issues that I had both with myself. I'm very angry at myself for a lot of things that have to do with my grandma. And I'm also very angry at a lot of people in my family, not like my extended family, people I don't know very well. And I have a lot of anger and it's kind of has been getting in the way of my healing and my mourning, like in a good way for my grandma. Like I'll have good days here and there about it, but mostly I'm still feeling so bitter inside and so angry at myself, and it's really taken a toll on me, as you guys know. I've just been up and down and up and down. I up and down and up every day probably. I probably look like a complete bipolar schizophrenic person to you these past couple weeks, but I'm honestly just trying to feel whatever I feel day to day. Today, obviously, you can tell I'm sitting in the same chair, wearing the same makeup. My hair is the same as it probably has been for the past 3. I don't even know where I am. I've been recording all my questions at once. I'm trying to finish this, at least recording them before I post them all in one day because today I'm feeling like I can. Anyway, so for me, that really kind of threw me for a loop because I had to start dealing with new feelings that I didn't know were inside of me. I don't know if I've ever been an angry person. I really don't, but I have found myself being very angry lately, and I think it has to do, again, with some situations with my grandma's death, but also just mostly at myself. I'm very angry at myself that I stayed away from her for so long in her last year. I did not go see her because I knew she was dying, and it was really hard for me to go see her for that. And I'm just beating myself up for it now. And I feel so guilty about it. And I know I shouldn't, but it's hard. And I'm trying. And some days I won't. Some days I'll feel from her Shannon, you don't need to feel guilty. Let's move on with your life. It's okay. I love you and I'm with you. I feel her telling me that. But then some days I'm like, wow, I'm a human being and I'm really mad. And I'm really disappointed in myself, So I'm just trying to get through this hard time as best I can. So my goals, I guess, are to continue my my progress as far as how do I explain this? I guess trying to remember that I'm still trying to recover from an eating disorder and I'm still doing pretty well at it. But I have been relapsing quite a bit. In my brain, I'm doing so much better with my eating disorder. I'm really growing and maturing and realizing how bad it actually is for me and like caring finally how bad it is for me. But at the same time, the behaviors are coming up a lot lately, and I really think it has nothing to do with my mental disease. I really think it's circumstantial. I really think it's because I have been going to food for comfort since I was 5 years old, and comfort eating whenever anything hard happened growing up, anything traumatic, anything dramatic, anything hard or scary or whatever, I would turn to food. And so I think it's just like natural for me almost, because it's been my entire life of this, to just turn to food when I have a hard feeling. And so anger is a new feeling for me. Like I try, at least I have been for the past few years, to be like understanding of all types of people in the world. And then in the past year, I have been focusing on positivity, which is something that I did not grow up practicing ever. Like, and to be fair though, our family went through so many horrible things and so many, I don't even want to get into it today, but it would have been very hard to stay positive. I'll just say that. However, I also just never tried it because it wasn't really modeled for me either by some people in my family. It was by some, like I saw my mom very, very often staying positive and trying to make good out of our horrible, scary situations and trying to stay positive and trying to teach us to be that way. But I never listened to her. I would follow people like that lived around me, like my friends, my neighborhood. And in my neighborhood, we seem to have a lot of hard things happening with different families in our neighborhood. I don't know what it was, but for some reason, the part that stuck with me was to be a very negative person and to focus on the negativity in my life and to get attention for that rather than getting attention for something good. And in the past year, I have turned that completely around. I want to get attention for good now, and I don't want to get attention for bad anymore. And so I've been trying to heal through positivity. I've been saying that for a long time now because that has been the key for me. And so this is really new for me to deal with anger that came out of nowhere for me. I didn't realize it was in me until the second my grandma died, and that anger just boiled up and came out, and I don't know how to deal with it. So my goal realistically for the next few months is to keep doing what I'm doing with my eating disorder in my brain, which I'm doing great at, but to also find different ways to cope with this and to deal with my anger instead of just pushing it down with food. There have been a lot, like I've been experiencing some things lately that are in my mind disgusting. You're gonna be like, oh, you're beautiful and it's okay and it's understandable, but in my eating disordered brain it's disgusting because lately, and you're not disgusting if you do this is just my stupid brain attacking me, and it is not correct and it is not right. I'm just trying to explain to you what's happening. So there have been many days lately where I will binge, and I don't think I have binged without purging since I was a little girl, since my binge eating disorder started. I started purging at 13 only because I binged so much and I felt like I was gonna die and have a heart attack if I didn't get it out because I was so full, like up to the brim of my esophagus. Anyway, recently I have been experiencing binge eating disorder without purging, and I don't even remember what that feels like because it's been since my little young childhood that I've done that. I've never done that since then, and it's a very new experience for me. I've been gaining weight because I've been binge eating, and I haven't been purging because I'm working so hard to fight the bulimia, and so I don't want to purge. And so there have been quite a few binges lately where I'll binge and then I won't purge, and I'll gain tons of weight really fast. But it's like I'll sort of be proud that I didn't purge, but at the same time I'm like, well, wait, isn't that an eating disorder behavior as well? Like, so all of that is coming up along with this anger, along with the mourning and things like that. However, realistically, in a few months is what? Christmas? Okay, so maybe by Christmas, I would like to see me be back to where I was, but even a little better. Like, I would like to see my progress go back up to where it was as far as behaviors go. I also, besides like the actual eating disorder behaviors, I really want to focus on healing myself in the proper way as far as my grandma, as far as these hard feelings that I'm having towards myself, as far as these hard feelings I'm having towards some people in my life. I would love to be at a place where I am able to forgive myself. I would love to be at a place where I can freaking cry as much as I need to cry, because this is something that I need to cry about and I can't. And I talked about this on Tuesday's hard day that I was having. I talked about how I subconsciously may have gone off my Prozac again because I just wanted to feel something, and I didn't care if it made me cry, which it usually does, and I just wanted to cry because I needed to cry. But I have gotten really good at swallowing my tears. I just did it a minute ago. I was about to cry and I swallowed them because I don't know why. I don't know why. That's another thing that I need to figure out, why I don't allow myself to cry. Because at the beginning I was like, well, it's because I'm an ugly crier and I don't want people to see that. But you guys have seen me ugly cry it's rare, but you've seen it. And now that you've seen it, that's not an issue. I don't even know if it ever was an issue. I think that was just an excuse for me to not cry on my videos. So now it's like, why? Why can I not just cry for you people? Not even for you. Why can't I cry for myself? Like, it takes a lot of tension built up inside of me to get me to cry. Like, it only comes out once in a while because I'll bottle things up and then it will explode. So I would love to be in a place where I can feel what I need to feel, because I'm never going to heal if I don't. I'm never going to heal if I don't allow myself to be sad or be angry or be any type of emotion that will help me heal. Those are my goals. As far as my future on YouTube, I have never talked to you guys about this before. Are you very excited? I'm just gonna say it. I will just tell you very quickly, because this is long enough already. I will just tell you very quickly that I do have some big goals in mind. I've mentioned them here and there, but I just want to put them into one list for you right now. I see in my I don't know when. Let's not say I know when, because I don't. But somewhere in my future on YouTube. First of all, I never, ever want to stop doing YouTube. You guys will know me for the rest of my life. And so that's another reason you should subscribe and hang out with me. I'm never going to leave. I'm never going to stop doing this. No matter what happens in my life, no matter if I have babies, no matter if something else happens, who knows? Like, I'm not going to stop doing this. I guarantee that you will be a part of my life forever. I can't guarantee it'll be like every day forever. Like, I'm sure when I do have babies, I won't have the time or the energy to do as much as I do right now, but you will still be involved. You'll still be involved in my life forever. And that goes for, like, of course, well, I am still hoping. My hope has gone down. I'm not going to lie. My expectations have gone down as far as being a mother on this earth. I am starting to feel like I'm not sure if I can ever do it. I don't know though. I'm also trying to stay positive and think that maybe I can someday, and maybe someday I will also feel the confidence and the health and the strength to be able to do it. So if that happens, if I do have babies, I plan on taking you guys through everything. You will see my whole pregnancy. You will be in the delivery room with me when I have the baby. You will not see my vag, but I'll show you the delivery and you'll get to see at least, parts of it. Like, I'm going to share every part of my life with you. And as far as my recovery goes, what I want to do when I'm done recovering, when I'm actually recovered fully, not just in recovery, but actually recovered, which I do have hope and faith inside of me that that will happen. I have big goals in mind. I would love to travel around and visit different cities and different countries maybe someday, and go around and do some sort of show or motivational speaking type of a thing. I would love to do some sort of like a variety show because I want to put my personality into it. I love performing. I like being funny. I like doing funny videos. I like bringing comedy into my serious videos because it makes it more lighthearted and easier to talk about. And so like I have an idea of what my, I guess, show or convention, I don't know what I would call it yet. I don't know if I would call it a show, but it's more than a convention. I don't know what it is, but it would be like a combination of things. It would be a combination of like me being my funny, goofy, weird, stupid, awkward self, and also putting a really good message out there and inspiring people to get better, you know? Like maybe just having it be like an inspirational speaking convention show thing, whatever, but also just bring my personality into it and bring the comedy into it and bring like the silliness and the goofiness and the awkwardness into it. Again, in order to make people feel more comfortable, because I feel the most comfortable around awkward people and around people who are not afraid to burp on camera and who are not afraid to talk about their vag and who are not, you know, like people that are not afraid to just be real and be themselves. I connect so well with that, and so I'm assuming that I know a lot of you out there connect with that too, and so I would love someday to do something like that. That's my goal. I think that would be awesome because not only would I be reaching more people, but I also would get to meet you guys. Like if I traveled around and did shows or conventions or whatever at different cities, you guys could find the closest city and come see me, and I can finally meet you. We can do meet and greets, we can take pictures, we can do all kinds of things. Like I think that would be really cool. It would be freaking scary for me, but I absolutely have that in mind as my biggest goal for this channel. So I'm going to make sure that that happens, and that is one of the reasons that I'm trying to make my channel grow. I know that it might seem like I sometimes don't care that I have 11,000 subscribers and I should be focusing on them, and I do, and I'm grateful for you guys, and the only reason that I do, well, there are many reasons, but one of the main reasons is because of this purpose. I'm trying to plan for the future. The more people I reach, the more likely it will be possible for me to travel around and talk to many people, because if I go to different conventions and be like, hey, can I speak at your convention? They'll be like, who the crap are you? You know, like I want people to know who I am so that they will want me to come speak at their conventions or make up my own show and do a show. Honestly, the biggest part for me is that I just want to reach as many people as I possibly can, and I think that that's a great way to do it. So yeah, so those are my goals. Those are my futureness, and I hope you enjoy this video, and I'm sure I'll think of some more, but those are the biggest ones that I can think of right now and that I think about all the time. So yeah, so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and go ahead and spread me around if you want to. Spread my channel, get my message out there, and maybe someday we can make that dream come true together. You guys can help me with that, so that would be awesome. So okay, so I will see you tomorrow for question 9. What is question 9? Hold on. I do this every time. Why didn't I just pull it up ahead of time and then do it? Okay, question 9. Do you believe it is fully possible to recover from an eating disorder, or that you just need to find ways to deal with your illness? As some say, it's like an alcoholic or drug addiction, but in those cases, they can abstain from drugs and alcohol, but we have to face our demon daily, as that is what we need to live, which is food. Yes, that is I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say on everything, but I do have a lot to say on this. So join me tomorrow for that, and possibly another video tomorrow. I'm not sure. I'm kind of lost of what video I'm making right now and what day it's for. So just keep checking. If you're subscribed, then you'll know when I post new videos. So subscribe. But I love all of you 11,000 that are already subscribed to me. More than you will ever know. I love you guys with all my heart. So, okay, so I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, forever and always, you are beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. Thank you for watching. Bye!